Alright, quick update on SLP. So, since yesterday we have had a fairly decent pump. Do bear in mind, I'm pretty certain I said this yesterday. If I didn't, I'll say it now. I know I said it for Bitcoin. I know I specifically said for Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised if we did come up, back test the 40,000 and then fall over, which, we pretty much did today. We came up to 39.4 basically and then started heading down. So, I said this for Bitcoin, and obviously that would apply that, the altcoins would also have a pump today. So today, from the candle body opening to the top of this wick, you can see, we almost had, well, basically we had a 29% pump. So quite an impressive pump. Do bear in mind, this is a very volatile coin. So even though it was a 29% pump, we did still, well, we are still something like 50% down from where we've been. So what I'm looking for now, like I've said, is a bearish retest of the 618 here, or at least a bearish retest of the 618, or potentially, up to this 215 where the previous high was here before we started falling over. So we have come up, we did just have a slight wick above it. I don't really care about wicks, I care about candle body closes. So what I'd be looking for is a candle body close below this line here at 215, at which point I do believe that we would be coming down to fulfill our target. What would I specifically need to kind of flip my stance on this? I would need to see us break above the 618, retest it and strongly start breaking out. I would need to see us above this green line up here, which is 291, before personally I start getting bullish. And this would, me being bullish, really only kind of correlates to what's happening with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is breaking down and SLP is breaking up, which I don't personally see happening, then I would, be inclined to think that it's maybe a fake out. If Bitcoin just, turns around today or tomorrow, breaks above the 40,000, starts blasting up, these altcoins, especially SLP, are going to go absolutely mental. They're probably going to have huge rallies. So, don't discount that. I'm not saying that that might happen, but what I've been saying in the past, ever since I've covered this coin, really since we started in this bull flag, I believe I started around about the 10th of February, so it's coming up to about 2 weeks I've been covering this coin for now. And I'm sure all of you watch my SLP videos know that I've been saying we need to hold between 215 and 210. So I'm not just going to change my stance on that. I am sticking to exactly what I said. This pump up to the previous resistance doesn't mean anything to me. Like I said, I will be sticking with this target unless the total crypto market cap just starts turning around and blasting away. So I don't want to cover all of the previous price action. What I want to cover is something slightly different today. So if we do come over to the RSI, what I want to outline for you is what happens when we did have this previous double top. So, in my past few videos, I have been outlining this as the number one warning sign, this double top. I think we called it, somewhere around about here. And, since then we really fell through the table. So what I find interesting is that when we did break down, we fell very sharply, very quick, had a tiny bounce, fell back over. If we come over to the RSI now, you can see we had a big fall down to here, had a tiny bounce, and then started rolling over, at which point this was here. So this drop here and this drop here. So so far these two RSI tops are very similar. What I want to outline for you is that in this RSI top we went from 55 and had a dead cat bounce all the way to 68. So that was a 13, not a 13%, but a 13-point increase on the RSI. So what would that look like if we had a 13-point increase on the RSI right now? So far the second low was put in at 44. Let's round up to 45 because it's basically at 45. So 45 plus 13 would put us at 58. We are currently at 50 on the RSI. So what do I kind of see could potentially be a scenario? If we follow the previous trajectory, we could bounce all the way up to 58 and then fall over, which is what I personally think is a very likely scenario of happening. If we do kind of come in and see where that would bring us, so that is still you know, still 13% move. Or sorry, so from the low 56 to yeah, 56 to the top here, 68. So that was actually a 12% move. So sorry, 12-point move rather. A 12-point move from 44 would put us at 46, which would be here. So if we did come up to 46, I could see a move like this happening, breaking through the 618, coming up and bearishly backtesting this high over here at 290. So in my opinion, you know, if we do come up to 290 in the short term, it is still very likely that we would fall off the table. Now, I am just kind of outlining this as a potential scenario. Obviously, you know, the history doesn't normally repeat, but it does normally rhyme. So, you know, a scenario like this is fully possible to play out. I do still see the money flow indicator heading down strongly. So, you know, the money flow indicator is kind of saying, you know, even though we are having this bounce, the majority of money in this coin is currently heading out of the market. Whenever we do hit, you know, this 70, we had two peaks, we came all the way down to, you know, between 25 and 17 each time that we did peak on this money flow indicator, and you know, even in this time we came all the way down to 5. So yeah, that is basically all I see for this coin. Do bear in mind as well, there is a strong amount of volume coming in, so I would not be surprised if tomorrow we have another strong pump up to here, at which point, you know, we could maybe see Bitcoin coming up, retesting the 40,000 like I've been outlining in the past few videos, and then falling over the table. But like I said, if Bitcoin just blasts above 40,000, starts going off to the races, I would be looking at us breaking this previous macro high here at 46,000. So until we do break 46,000, I am staying very clear of altcoins. That is all I see for SLP today. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.